Legendary boy.
It's boy Trixx, human jump off, comedian, DJ, drinker.
How do you describe the type of comedy that you do?
I would say observational, man. You know, I'm a people watcher. Like, I'm getting material right now. Just watching people. Relatable, everyday life stuff.
Well, something that people might not realize is that you are a DJ.
Can't play music still, you know? Yeah. I was a DJ first before I became a comedian, so I don't want to say I was a DJ for a long time. I don't want to disrespect the DJs who actually like DJ every day. I didn't take it seriously like them, like, you know, the Skratch Bastids and the Starting From Scratches and the Jazzy Jeffs of the world. They're DJs. You know, I can DJ. I'll say that. You know what it is about Toronto? And believe me, I've traveled. I've been to many parties in many parts of the world. I traveled with yourself. I've seen the Europe party scene. I've seen Australians party scene, the Caribbean party scene, and even parts of Canada. I think with Toronto, there are genuine music lovers here. And I feel like when you're a music lover, it comes out when you DJ. You take a guy like Starting From Scratch, who's the perfect example. When he plays, he loves to do funkier remixes. He doesn't just want a beat match. You know, he wants to create this musical experience where you're like, at one point you stop dancing and you're like, what is he doing? And it's just so dope. Get out and do the best side, now's the time. Come on. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. I feel like Toronto guys are just way more invested in music. You know, they're always looking through records. They're always at record shops. They'll play songs that are not necessarily singles. Like, it's no disrespect to you know, the Vancouvers, because like I said, there are great DJs across this country. But I just feel being around, they just want to put a little extra into it. They really, really take the time to understand the craft. Not even just the art of DJing, but selecting music. I think that's very key, and I think that's a lost art in DJing. Like, everybody thinks it's all about scratching and tricks. No, man, your ability to select what you play next and really mesmerize the crowd through music is a real skill that a lot of DJs don't have, man. Our top DJs don't just play one genre of music. Starting From Scratch I can put him in any party. P Plus, Jester, I could put him in any party. Some of our reggae DJs, some of the sound men from Reggae Sounds, I could put them in any party. You know, because they invest more time and they widen their range so they can play more parties, so they can see more parts of the world. They like to learn from other cultures and find a way to kind of make something like their own. And I think when you invest that kind of skill, when you're constantly always searching for ways to get better, that separates you from everybody. I don't want to sit here and say Toronto DJs are the best, but we have some of the best DJs in the world. Toronto's just more invested in the culture.
The party is called Secret Society. Basically a secret society of music lovers, people that are tired of the norm. We like to play different stuff, and the vibe is just amazing. You're gonna see. Stay tuned. Tell your friends.
I'm born in Montreal, but I never started DJing until I got to Toronto. I used to hear mix shows from Montreal. I used to be that nerd sitting in my bed with the headphones on at night listening to the radio. So I would hear these mixes and these songs would just go on for hours, and it just changed songs, and I never understood what was happening. I've never seen it. So when I first got to Toronto, I went to my first, high school dance, and I saw it for the first time, and I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? I was like, this is crazy. Okay, so now I understand what was happening. I tried it, and from then I was kind of hooked. I started with the little wooden turntable and the tape deck in my mother's basement. There's pictures floating around somewhere. I just used to listen to records and try to recreate what they were doing on the records, like with the scratches. I was fortunate that my mother used to work for Warner Brothers, so I had like a small record collection just from her bringing stuff home from work. I grew up listening to everything. I was self-taught, so I never really understood that, hip-hop is hip-hop, R&B is R&B, reggae is reggae. I was just like, it's music, so let's just play this all together.
Whatever you love.
Whatever I love.
True confession. This is my favorite DJ of all time.
Okay, there it is.
I love the music he plays. He plays with love, and that's why I love having a good time. I was ready to pass out in there, but because he was playing, I was like, okay. I love him.
I was, that little, the little white kid in the urban scene all of a sudden. I kind of approached the urban stuff the same way, being that I don't see why I can't play this with this. So I think that always kind of made me stand out.
It was all a dream. I used to read Bird Up magazine. Something pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Who was that? Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday. How you feeling?
I've always had to fight harder to get into these little spots that I've gotten myself into, but I think that's what grew me into being a better, stronger DJ. I was never really one that if you said you didn't like what I did,